Hello, world! I'm Chris Pirillo, and you've tuned into another edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report. It's live. Do you know what we call the LockerGnome Daily Report for short? TLDR! Your daily dose of not just the news, but answers that you can use. Like an answer to the question, Chris, have you seen the Darth Vader and Stormtrooper and Boba Fett figures that Square Enix is making? Yes, I have. Thank you, everybody. All, 20 people who tweeted me this morning? A few of you wanted me to see that. And I did. I have plans on getting my own. Right now, they're a little pricey. Over $100. Maybe when they finally become available on Amazon, I'll pick one up right around the $100 mark. Because they look amazing, quite honestly. Quite detailed. And would love to bring one home to add to my Darth Vader collection, at least. Even though the Stormtrooper one, I might get as well. Because it looks so awesome. The sculpt is breathtaking. Oh, but I usually use Amazon, if only because I have a lot of gift cards that I exchange courtesy of go.tagjag.com/free apps and go.tagjag.com/free points. Today, we've already posted my video review of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy comic book 001, and it's really not geared for people like me, maybe more towards a younger set still. I did review it. I'd be curious to know what you think of my review. I'm not really someone who, just like, I don't review beer, yet I review beer. I don't review tech, yet I review tech. I don't review comic books, yet I review comic books. Giving you my take, why I might have liked something, why I might not have liked something. I do have a few other comic book reviews to actually record, even though we're now 3 issues in to the Star Wars series, 3 issues into the Darth Vader series, and 2 issues in to the Princess Leia series. So if anything, now I've got a little more perspective before I'm able to say whether or not I like the way the series is currently going, each one of those. We've also posted my Happy Birthday Starbucks Frappuccino Happy Birthday Taste Test review. I don't know if you knew that. They had a Happy Birthday Frappuccino. It was pretty decent. I liked it. Though in my review, I failed at not naming the raspberry-flavored whipped cream as raspberry. I thought it was strawberry. Oops. And I also missed the hazelnut flavor that apparently Diana was able to pick up on as well. But it tasted like a cake to me. It tasted like cake ice cream, and I thought I was pretty accurate in that. And you know what? A birthday smoothie treat. Would they call them smoothies? I don't know. That's pretty geeky to me. You know what else is geeky? This cereal. Yeah, look at that. Nom, 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 nom. Not going to eat the box. It is the Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron sweetened cereal with marshmallows, with bonuses on the back, like games, fun games. Yeah. And even more sugary cereals that you can get. Fun box, I would say. It caught my attention. And I will likely be trying this at some point over the next day or so. Tonight, I don't know if I've got a lot of time. I've got a lot of catching up to do. This is a super limited time hero edition of the Avengers cereal. And I figured I should do that soon because when is that? The movie's out soon. It's coming real soon. So at least I want to get that done. For that week, I may have at least 2 Avengers-related things or talked about two Avengers-related things in video posted to my classic channel if you're not following that already. We asked the question, what you, maybe, yes, okay. Can I try this again? We did ask the question, what should we name our new Apple show? I almost said, what should we Apple show? Which wouldn't make any sense at all. What should we name it? Still toying around with some ideas. Not finalized anything. We posted a beta. There are some people, I don't know where the hell they get their lack of information from, who believe that it's a conspiracy and that the Apple Show beta test that we posted on Sunday was an April Fool's Day joke. I had to kindly remind them that this weekend was not April Fool's Day. Still, some people give them a little bit of information. They kind of take it to an illogical extent. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but we will continue to produce that Apple show, even though it may not have a name forever. Every week, it's going to have a different name. I think we're doomed to that. One of these weeks, we're just going to call it Granny Smith. If we can't come up with a title within a month, one of the episodes is going to be called Granny Smith. I'm threatening that. So if you can't think of a better name that isn't already used in some way, shape, or form, we're going with Granny Smith. That's the threat. At least you got a dedicated Apple show coming from us. I'm a part of it. John's going to be the primary host for it. I'm going to be swinging in. Why wouldn't I want to host it outright? Well, one, because people already accuse me of being an iSheep. And two, because I really want to give John a chance to shine. I really believe that he could carry the show better than I possibly could. There's certain things that I like to do, and there's certain things that I know John likes to do more than me. So there you go. We've also posted over the past day something that I've been most proud of. I've never had more Twitter followers based on a video that I've done. I reviewed the toy photography, the exhibit, the local exhibit at the Brian Eno Gallery. Stuck in Plastic is I guess a non-profit. Did they call it a non-profit, really? It's basically a set of people, a handful of people who do toy photography, and I interviewed them and showcased their things on in the video. What the hell? Stop! Why did that happen? I hate when my device randomly plays music, especially when I don't know what kind of music it was. Sorry, everybody, for that jam session. I don't know where it came from, apart from the YouTube app. So anyway, I was going to launch and show you, but apparently YouTube wants me to play music instead. Don't they usually not want you to play music? That's YouTube. Otherwise, you get in trouble. Here, include music in your channel until Content ID comes along, and then I'm sorry, we're gonna have to flag your video. So anyway, I was very, very proud of that video. I've had a lot of people follow me who are into toy photography and brick filming in general. So I believe that is probably one of the best videos I've ever done. Certainly one I'm most proud of. Very, very excited to have been a part of and to have produced. That is my video on toy photography posted to the Classic channel. The Mogul Mirror iPhone screen protector is currently 28% off at deals.lockergnome.com. We've got a Rosetta Stone special offer free coupon for up to $290 off a product. Wow. You want that deal. Trust me. You want to learn a language? Rosetta Stone. Free coupon for up to $290 off the product. That's insane. Also at deals.lockergnome.com. You would be insane to pass that up. Jive Jumbo Waterproof Bluetooth Speaker 2-pack is 42% off again at deals.lockergnome.com. Google Maps right now. I shared my screenshot and I shared it on Facebook and Twitter at least. Right now, this is an April Fool's Day joke, apparently a little early. You go to Google Maps and there's a little graphic in the lower left-hand corner. It's a little PacMan. You press it, and as long as you're looking at a part of Google Maps that has roads, what'll happen is those roads will be transformed into a PacMan screen. So with magic dots and everything. And then you chase the ghost around, you get the power pellets, and then you can eat the ghost, you get points, and everything. It's PacMan in Google Maps. And they did it very, very well. Play it within the browser, with your cursor keys on your keyboard. And I was thrilled to see that. If that's April Fool's Day, man, I want to see more. That's an awesome April Fool's Day joke. That's awesome. I love it. Love it, adore it. I like Pac-Man. I was more of a Ms. Pac-Man fan, but I think I shared it in the status update with my screenshot and my score at that point. It would, I want Google Maps to keep this. Otherwise, it'll be a crime against humanity if they remove it. It's cool. You can play Pac-Man in your browser, but you can open up any part of Google Maps and play Pac-Man on the streets. Okay. I don't think there's going to be a better April Fool's Day joke. That's to me, that's a joke. Fun. April Fool's Day fun. April Fools. Well, then consider me a fool. That was fun. Try it right now. While you still can, unless you're watching this video after it's live, at which point you may have missed it. Just another bonus you might have missed. You can watch it live. You watch all the live videos that we do here. This is, on YouTube at least. We do other live videos. I live streamed a Periscope last night of me recording a behind-the-scenes beer review, and that was interesting. I don't know how it turned out, but I didn't like the beer at all. Spoiler alert. I didn't delete the Periscope, though, so I think you could go back and potentially watch it if it's even quote-unquote watchable. I'm still trying to figure out where Periscope fits in the grand scheme of things. I'm probably just going to... Well, this morning, I Periscoped me making coffee. That was like a 5-minute stream. See, if I can think of something that I can do in like 3 to 5 minutes, that's something I would likely live stream for everybody. Everything else, these types of live streams, I like giving as bonuses to our supernomies, aka the patrons. Microsoft has announced an Atom-based Surface 3, not Surface Pro 3, Surface 3, starting at $499. It's going to hit your hands potentially starting in May. And, Microsoft is not saying that the Surface is dead, obviously. So, congratulations, Microsoft. This, to my knowledge, is not running Windows RT. Could be a prime Windows 10 type of computer. If not out of the gate, then at some point in the future. That's kind of a surprise to me, and I've seen a lot of tweets from people who would consider themselves Windows fans, believing that they're not sure if Microsoft's going to be ready with Windows 10 come this summer when they expect to release it to the general public. That's not a good sign. When Windows fans are saying that, that would have me worried. Big time. That would have me worried. Twitter this morning is publicly launching Curator, its new product that lets media organizations, publishers, and broadcasters identify, filter, and display tweets and Vine videos on any screen in real time, which is really nice. When I'm looking for information, I stopped turning to Google. Honestly, especially real-time information. Like we had an incident where we had a helicopter flying around. You probably caught that in the Pirillo vlogs, huh? You still watch our daily vlogs? Good stuff there. A lot of baby stuff. Well, at least I like the baby stuff. And geek stuff, too. A lot of geek stuff, actually. Probably more... It's a balance between geek and baby right now. Because, our lives change, right? I'd assume our lives change. I know ours does. So... I needed to find information about what's going on with this helicopter. I go to Twitter. Got all the information I needed. So, I know I'm not an outlier there. So it's nice that they're opening up this kind of tool to media organizations who are looking for breaking news and specifically going to Twitter for it. So a great way of potentially curating content from the community. Not to say that every tweet that you see is worth sharing at all. In fact, most of the tweets that I see are really not worth sharing at all. I share a lot of the tweets if you get me to laugh, usually I will retweet you. Usually, not always. Definitely not always the case. If it's unique, if it's something that I appreciate, then you'll usually get a retweet from me. Very rarely do I favorite, apart from the Pirillo vlogs or LockerGnome. I'll tweet from them accounts. I'll tweet from them accounts all day long. Cheaper notebooks are coming. Oh, did I say notebook? I meant Chromebook, which is a notebook. Let's face it. Starting at $149. The price is plummeting. And if you think that's low, Google also announced things called, get this right, Chromebits. It's like a little flash drive thing. I'm pulling out. This is not a Chromebit, but a Chromebit may look a lot like this. This would be like a Chromebit. Or, potentially, a Chromebit. This would be like a Chromebit there, with its own little handle there. Little pull tab thing. That's a USB flash drive, by the way, from Mininos. I think this was in Pirillo vlog number 2 or 3, wasn't it? One of the products that I showed. It's kind of fun. So Google is, dropping the price on Chromebooks. I wouldn't say these are top performers necessarily, but, it at least gets their foot in the door. They got Chromebooks coming out. They got Chromebits. And a Chromebit is a fantastic idea because I remember eons ago, back when, software was really, really, really exciting, genuinely exciting, very difficult to find good software. When LockerGnome started, we had things called live CDs. And I know live CDs still exist, but they were brand new. And Knoppix was one Linux distribution. You could burn it to a CD, reboot your computer, and then you were using Linux. It was the easiest way to try Linux on your computer, quite honestly. Pretty incredibly geeky, but that's exactly what Google's doing with their Chromebit, and I think that it's exciting to see. I really do want to try one, absolutely, because it sounds to me like how a lot of people may experience Chrome OS. Imagine being able to carry your computer around with you in your pocket like this. I mean, beyond your computer around with you in your pocket like this, everything you have is on that flash drive. So pretty fantastic to see that, quite honestly. It was interesting, to say the least. Chromebit. Less than $100. I would expect to see a Chromebit go for far less than $100, though. I would expect to see them right around $50. Honestly. Oh, well, certainly over time. Nothing. Next to nothing. I mean, can you imagine It's insane. Have USB port will travel. Well, as long as you have the USB port outright. By way of patron Earl Green, 9-inch Neurals? Can I try that again? 9-inch Nails' Trent Reznor is going to be leading the design of Apple's music app. And if you're not familiar with 9-inch Nails, Head Like a Hole, Black Is Your Soul. Wasn't it Black Is Your... I never really got into Nin. It wasn't my thing. I'm not into that kind of music. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of who Trent is, and he's a geek, too. So he's going to be leading the design of Apple's music app. That's probably going to be one of the things that Apple's going to be touting the most in the next version of iOS, as well as potentially OS X, what they're doing with music. I think iTunes is not going to die, but I think it's going to get shuttled into the background as a dedicated music app may kind of crop up in its place. We'll see. I think that's going to be a radical change for iOS 9, though, for sure. iTunes is just it's so long in the tooth. But I've been saying that for years. I'm just not a fan of iTunes at all. What? I thought you were an Apple fanboy. Well, yeah, but I also know that some of the things that Apple does are not amazing. Here's an interesting little tidbit. This came to me by way of a link that Earl had also sent to me. How often you chat with someone using Facebook's Messenger app is a signal for how the company uses app. Again, let me try that. How often you chat with someone using Facebook's Messenger app is a signal the company uses to determine how to place posts in your feed. So that's interesting to me because if you find that you're not seeing anything that I'm sharing, it's because you're not participating in the things that I'm posting. You want to see more of what I share on Facebook? Participate more. It makes sense in how they're doing that, quite honestly. But it also creates somewhat of a challenge because, I mean, I like sharing things, and I probably am one of those who is an oversharer. I'm not an undersharer. It's never really been something I've excelled at. I like sharing, and so it's sometimes difficult to decide what it is that I'm going to share. So I just try it, and if I share it and people like it, great. For example, today I said, hey, should I try this? Do it as a video review and a show and tell, and a lot of people said yes, including my wife, Diana, and she's really the only person who counts. Sorry, everybody else. She said yes, so I got the cereal. I was going to get it anyway. But it's nice to have that kind of validation, especially from someone like Diana. But even in Facebook Messenger, they're using that as a metric for at least your friends. But if you want to see more of your favorite things in your Facebook feed, you have to participate more with those things that would normally be in your Facebook feed. That means you have to jump directly to the page sometimes and participate directly. That's how I was able to customize my feed. I participated directly in the things that I wanted to see more of. And I didn't participate in the other things that I didn't want to see. But anyway, that's neither here nor there for me to share. It's for you to do. I've already shared my stuff. If you want to follow it and see it in your feed, you know what you got to do. Participate. That's kind of the bottom line. A new Ford car automatically obeys speed limits. That's awesome. Thanks again, Earl, for sending that link along. I'm a big fan of that, if only because cars, I think, need to evolve. I'm going to be a huge proponent for the idea of a self-driving car. I'm not a fan of driving in general. I'm not a car enthusiast at all. I'll be doing car reviews soon. All the things that Chris doesn't know how to review are the things that Chris is reviewing. Because you know what? Why not? I mean, you've probably heard all the reviews. Maybe you want to hear my perspective. So I'm going to be trying a new car, I think possibly in the next few days. As we get rid of our cars and go down the path of trying a different car every week. We're going to try that for a year. Whew. That is going to be a monumental task, I tell you what. Spielberg has been tapped to direct geek-centric Ready Player One. This is not even something I'd even heard about. Apparently, I'm not as much of a geek as I thought I was, but apparently this was a book. Sounds like an exciting premise. I guess technology and culture being locked in the 80s. I kind of live that anyway, being the kind of person I am, loving retro and having grown up in the 80s. But a lot of people got excited about this, so Spielberg's at the helm. This could be exciting. It would certainly be a geekier kind of film, a sci-fi, fantasy, more sci-fi than fantasy type of film. I don't know if it's a dystopian type of future or what, but the fact that Spielberg is attached to it has me very, very interested, very, very excited about that particular project. You never really know what's going to happen in the future. This is the Back to the Future year, right? For Back to the Future 2. Things that we thought we'd have, we don't have yet. But like going back to the car obeying the speed limit, I think that's great. Technology should save us. And instead, usually technology destroys us. Or at least the abuse of technology destroys us. That's the sad thing about technology. Some people just abuse it. In setting up the car reviews, even if I can get a hold of a futuristic type of car, which I might be able to, looking for recommendations certainly, I'm kind of excited because trying new technologies that could make the lives of everyone around me better as well as myself, that's awesome. And besides, people say, "Well, do you want a sports car?" Why? How fast can you drive the speed limit? The speed limit is posted for a reason. If your car can help you live a better life, not just for you, but for those around you, how is that not a big fat pile of win? Tell you what, that would keep me from giving the death stare to everybody who passes me when I'm going 25 miles per hour when the speed limit is clearly posted 25 miles per hour. That really, it just irks me. Really? The rules don't apply to you? The law! Follow the law! Obey the law! People who break the law like that intentionally, something just doesn't sit right with me at all. But again, not a car guy, not a car geek by any stretch of the imagination. Google has a new data compression extension for Chrome. They've been doing this for some time, at least on Chrome Mobile, I believe. Other browsers have done that as well. But now, if you want to save data on your desktop or laptop using Chrome, you can try the new extension. It does not work with encrypted pages, but it could save you some data, could save you some time. You just get compressed pages. I don't think the average person would know the difference between the two, so if you can make things a little faster, save a little data, that might be important if you're on a metered ISP kind of connection. Important certainly when you're traveling. But then again, anymore, I try everything I do, or most everything that I do, I try to push through an encrypted connection. But this would be something that could be very, very handy for you if you're looking to save data and you use Google Chrome, which is improving over time. Very, very happy to see that as well. Apple. You thought you could get away with an entire show without me really talking about Apple. I'm not just going to talk about Apple. I'm going to talk about Tim Cook and how he's not Steve Jobs. Tim, Apple's CEO, is going to give away all his money. Not exactly something Steve Jobs did or would do, but that's his legacy, and I think that's honorable for Tim to do. I hope he's around for the long haul. I think he's done very, very well with Apple. Probably better with Apple than Steve Jobs could have done even with the same time. That's not to say that he's a greater man than Steve Jobs. We're not, comparing apples to oranges, so to speak. But he's done a very good job. And obviously everything that they've done, I wouldn't say that everything's been perfect, but he's been able to grow the company. Leaps and bounds, I would say. Pushing the frontier. As long as he doesn't lose, and I said this, years ago, as long as they don't lose sight of Apple's ethos and what made Apple Apple, they'll be fine. And that's what it's been a little nerve-wracking to see in, recent years, specifically with the release of iOS 7 and iOS 8, just the sloppiness that it was just replete in those platforms. Or even some people have issues, and I don't have as many issues with Yosemite as other people do, but seeing them lose a little bit of that edge has been a little concerning. Rumor suggests that they'll pretty much correct that or make great strides in correcting those kinds of oversights and bugs and issues that have plagued the platforms for years in the next iterations of both their desktop and mobile class operating system. Not to say that iOS couldn't be a desktop class operating system at some point, but at this point, it's their mobile OS. Engineering students have created a device that can put out a fire with sound. What? Yes, it's crazy. I watched this video. Earl sent this along. He also sent a video of shoes that have e-ink screens on them that can change the design of the shoe dynamically. Easier to see than to show, though, of course. But to me, this is exciting. So instead of reaching for the fire extinguisher, let's say there's a fire on the stove. You could reach for this new gadget, blow it, with the air or whatever comes out of the nozzle, and you've put out the fire without making a mess. That's amazing. Sound waves. Who knew? Well, I guess scientists now know this. Imagine taking that to a greater scale. This could be world changing. We're talking about smaller fires, certainly more easily contained than larger fires. But, once we've got a pretty hard or firm grasp on the concept, there's no telling where that could go. You want to talk about saving resources, being able to manipulate sound waves like that. That's astounding. God, it's just money saver, resource saver, earth saver potentially. Life saver. More than anything, that's it's amazing. That's amazing. Putting it, I saw it happen like on video. I'm watching. They fire, put it out. Nothing came out. No air or anything. I guess it was sound, or I guess sound that traveled with air. Sound. Come on, that's what sound is. Waves. This is my interpretation of a sound wave. No, actually, my interpretation of a sound wave is Televiper launched. No, wait, Televiper was in G.I. Joe. Let me try it again. I can't remember the name of the cartridges that got ejected from my chest. Hey, hon?
Yeah?
Does Jedi still have her Optimus Prime bib on?
Oh, no.
She had an Optimus Prime bib today.
Yeah, she got it dirty.
Oh, well, of course she got it dirty. Dirty. That's what happens when you use a bib. You'll see it in the vlog. She got a Transformers bib. Who sent that? Who sent that? Someone must have sent that. We didn't get that. We should have gotten that. Amazon's got a new product that a lot of people thought was a April Fool's Day joke, but I don't think it is. And in fact, I sent the link to Diana earlier. Did you see it, hun?
Yeah,
It's pretty neat. This thing called Amazon Dash. What it is this little, I almost wish I had a device like this. I'm going to pull out another flash drive here. Okay, so it doesn't look like this, but it's about the size of this. And the idea is it's associated with a product that you want, associated with your Amazon account, connected by way of Wi-Fi. And it would be a product that you would get more of when it ran out, like paper towels or some kind of food or a laundry detergent. And you keep it on hand, and when you're about to run out, you press the button on this little fob, again, this is not the Amazon Dash, okay? It's only for Amazon Prime members. Like I said, I'm thinking about getting one, if only to do a video on it, just to see how well it works. But it's kind of interesting. They have several of them, limited to the products that Amazon uses in Prime, and likely related to products that you would want a subscription for. When you're about to run out, press the button. That's it. You're done. That's it. You're good to go. Just don't sit there and go, and don't leave it hanging or dangling, such that a child might get it and start pressing it, and then you have 8,000 laundry detergent containers showing up on your doorstep. Fantastic idea. Some people will say, what? That sounds stupid. It is incredibly smart. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times it's easy to get to Amazon. We use the app, we use the desktop, browser, web browser. We use Amazon all the time. But knowing that we're going to run out of paper towels, we know, okay, we got to get paper towels. The next time we're out in the store, paper towels. Versus, we're running out of paper towels. We need paper towels right now. Are we going to pick up the phone and go, we're going to order paper towels right now? No, we're not going to go that far. They're going to press the button and add the cart. Versus, I know what paper towels I like. Button pressed, paper towels ordered. Dude, that is amazing. That really is astounding. And I cannot say, or I guess I cannot understate not just my excitement, but how much I believe that's very transformative and very, very helpful for Amazon as well as for people. Honestly, if I got my coffee by way of Amazon, when I'm about to run out, it'd be just as easy. I'm about to run out. Tap, done. Then to remember, I got to remember to get it. I got to remember to get it. I got to add it to the shopping list. I got to get it. If you know what you're going to get on a recurring basis and you're about to run out, click done. That's it. Click done. That's it. That is so insanely. You know what? We thought it was simple to go open up the app, swipe, add it to the cart, press a button, done. No. Click done. Click done. Amazing. Amazon's going to make a mint with that. Oh, trust me. And that they have to make each one of those little dongles or whatever they're called, the dashes, each one of them is specific to a product, which makes sense because otherwise you press a button, but which one do you want? Oh, scroll through the list. No. It's that particular product for that particular dash, and that makes sense. I don't know if I'd do it any other way. If only because, this says the laundry detergent name on it. That's what I want. Click. Instead of actually saying, oh, wait, I wanted paper towels. That's the wrong brand. So I think that beyond it being launched around April Fool's Day, even if it was an April Fool's Day joke, this is a product that I think would help a lot of people. Currently only available to Prime members. I will be trying it after I talk to Diana as to which product we want to do this for. Possibly, paper towels. We go through those. We're on the subscription service for diapers. We exchange the gift cards for a lot of what Jedi needs on a regular basis, including her Similac formula. But I thought that this was, to me, it really is transformative. It really is simple. Catch people at the time that they need it. I mean, that's what's most difficult about sharing a lot of stuff. Like earlier today, I found a small Lego set, 30% off. I tweeted it. Of course, when I find a Lego deal, I usually tweet it. So people may have taken advantage of that Lego sale. Well, the problem is sometimes if you don't capture someone at the time that they need it, they'll forget about it and they'll move on. Cart abandonment is a huge deal. And to decrease the possibility of someone buying that product elsewhere or forgetting to buy the product or forgetting they need it, not only are you decreasing the friction for someone to get it through you, but you're also increasing satisfaction. I mean, like, done, click done. Oh, so smart. Oh, so smart. Amazon, that's like, to me, I don't know, it sounds stupid. To me, that's the most exciting thing that I've heard about from Amazon in years, because I really think that's been long overdue. I'm excited to use it. I really am. I can't wait to order my first thing with a click. I know. Yeah, because that's I find that transformative technology. I really genuinely do, and I think it's good for Amazon, great for Prime customers like me. Love Prime. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover right now. I gotta move into the patron-only hangout. You're more than welcome to join us. It's one of your bonuses as a patron there. Feel free to join us if you will. It just starts at just $2 a month. You get access to all the bonuses like the daily patron hangouts and everything. It's going to be a very brief hangout for me today because I have a lot of video editing to do tonight before I have to do other things. Always doing something. Oh, Chris. Always up to something. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.